see in America.
Well, anyway, the song does say breaking up is hard to do, and we know that romantic relationships are difficult, but sometimes even more difficult are the ordinary platonic ones. Your best friend, maybe you want to switch to the butcher next door instead of the one you've been going to. Well, there is a new book out called Dump 'Em: How to Break Up with Anyone from Your Best Friend to Your Hairdresser, and Taryn Winterbill put it to the test, and she's here.
Cutting the cord. Good morning to you, Diane. When you hear the term breakup, it doesn't necessarily indicate a romantic interest. With everybody watching their wallets these days, it is now more important than ever to end those professional relationships that are taking a toll on your bank account. So how do you pull the plug the right way? Take a look.
You're breaking up with me?
Breaking up. There are definitely wrong ways to do it.
So mad at you.
The Bachelor's Jason Mesnick showed us you probably shouldn't do it on national television.
Oh, Berger broke up with me on a Post-it. On a Post-it?
And Sex and the City showed us you should probably stay away from Post-it notes.
But is there a right way to break up with anyone and not just a romantic interest?
Jodyne Speyer says absolutely.
I think there's a way to break up with someone that shows kindness and respect.
In her new book, Dump 'Em, Speyer says there's a right way to break up with anyone. Doctors, barbers, even mechanics.
Initially, it's scary. We're nervous to break up with someone, but when you start to actually practice it, it gets easier.
We wondered, could breaking up really be as easy as Speyer says? We decided to find out with the help of some volunteers. First up, Kimmy, a New York woman looking to break up with her longtime doctor. An intern is too quick, she says, to prescribe medication. Within moments of sitting down with Speyer, Kimmy was writing a Dear John letter to her doctor.
Dear doctor.
Okay, dear doctor.
After careful consideration, I've decided to start seeing another doctor.
Letters, says Speyer, are how doctors prefer to be broken up with. They should briefly note the reason for the breakup and include a formal request for medical records to be sent to the new physician. Writing the breakup note made Kimmy a little uncomfortable.
It's scary to confront people.
But within 10 minutes, Kimmy was breathing easier.
So Kimmy, how do you feel?
I feel better. I feel very empowered.
Next up, Corey, who says it's time to break up with his barber. Yep, you heard me right, barber.
Corey, let me get this straight. Of all the people in your life, you want to break up with your hairdresser?
My hairdresser, that's right.
Why?
Believe it or not, a lot of work goes in to keep maintaining this haircut.
Corey says he spends more than $5,000 a year keeping his head closely shaved. Now he wants to try to do it himself. But how to do that when he's developed a close friendship with his barber?
He's become like a friend. I mean, I see him more than I see some of my best friends and family.
Speyer says breaking up with a hairdresser should be done on the phone or in person, should be short and to the point, and should include a thank you for the months or years of service. And to help a nervous Corey, I agreed to role play as the barber while Speyer coached.
Hey, Jimmy.
It's good to see you.
It's good to see you as well.
Hair's looking nice.
Thanks. I think it's time for me to just say it.
Say it.
I think it's time for me to move on. You know, I
One
think.
of my favorite clients.
And please don't take it personally because.
Are you going to go to someone else?
Speyer says, though difficult, the closure of a breakup will hopefully allow the two to remain friends.
It's about Maple Weekend.
Then it was time for Melanie, a mom who loves her son Jasper's friends, but not necessarily their moms.
There is a friend, a very good friend of my son's. His mother is kind of overbearing. I need some words and I need some help.
Breaking up with fellow mommies should be carefully rehearsed, says Speyer, and should start out positive and include an acknowledgement of the awkwardness of the situation. I agreed to help a nervous Melanie rehearse, playing the role of the overbearing mom.
I am so happy that our sons are such good friends.
Speyer coached Melanie to get to the point without getting emotional.
I don't really have time to hang out together.
Above all, Coach Speyer, don't back down.
So let me get this straight. You want our sons to be best friends, you just don't want to be best friends with me.
At this time, my schedule is really packed, and it's kind of hard for me to accommodate everything else going on and try to make time for you as well.
Wow. That was good. That was was very good. Keep in mind, it was tough, but those are just a few examples, Diane. This book profiles trainers, therapists, 22 different people to break up in your life. Let me give you the status updates on our 3 volunteers. Kimmy, she wanted to cut the cord, pun intended, with her doctor. She did. The letter's in the mail, so c'est la vie, as they say, check. Let's move on to Corey. He wanted to break up with his hairdresser. He did successfully. He brought cookies, and they left on good terms, and he even waved him on the street from the shop the other day. And our last person, remember Melanie, did she do it? Buzzer, not yet, but she keeps practicing with note cards.
She may have done it this morning.
Maybe this did it.
Here. She may not need to do anything more. Thank you, Taryn Winterbrill. And you can read an excerpt of the book, Dump 'Em, How to Break Up with Anyone, from Your Best Friend to Your Hairdresser, on our website, abcnews.com.